Hey, what's up guys, it's Andrew, and today I thought I would show you guys a little bit of multiplayer mode on The Last of Us because I've had a surprising amount of fun with this multiplayer mode, so I thought I'd show you that. If you have already beaten single player and you're just writing off multiplayer mode, don't do that. It is a lot of fun. So factions mode here, we're just going to get into it and I will explain kind of what is going on in multiplayer mode, the whole setup of it all, and show you some gameplay as well as some unlockable items. So here's the main menu here. As you can see, it says I'm on week 1, day 3. I have 15 survivors. They're all healthy, none are hungry or sick, and I need 17 parts per day. I'll kind of explain all of that when the gameplay is going, but for now I'm just going to show you guys the gear, the customization, and I'll explain these two game types. So we have Supply Raid and Survivors. In Supply Raid, they're both basically 4v4 team death matches. The only difference is in Supply Raid, your team shares a collective 20 lives and you respawn throughout the round, and it's like one continuous round. And in Survivors, it is the first to 4 wins, eliminating an entire team. So when you die, you have to wait for the next round before you respawn. So that's the only difference. We'll play a little Supply Raid in a bit. I'll show you the gear up menu though and the customization right now. So this exclamation here on the gear up menu is just bugged right now. There's one item that it keeps saying is new even though it's not, and it won't go away. But as you can see here, there are 4 custom loadouts that I have created, and there are 4 preset loadouts. There's an assault, sniper, support, stealth. I'll show you my custom loadouts here and show you all the weapons. So first of all, it has your small firearms. There's a revolver, 9mm pistol, and shorty, and as you collect parts you can unlock things like silencers for these guns and whatnot. For the primaries, there is a semi-auto rifle, burst, hunting rifle, and a bow. And then down here we have a couple slots to set up some perks. So there's a lot of different ones. You can kind of just set it up for your game style or however you play. Right now I have some random ones on because I was doing some missions that will pop up in the multiplayer mode. And then down here you can set some purchasable weapons which you buy in-game in a little store. Excuse me. So as you can see here, there's the El Diablo, assault rifle, shotgun, military sniper, flamethrower, and machete. Back here there's also one-use boosters. It will ask you before each game starts if you want to use any of these, and they basically just have little boosters that you can use once per game, and as you can see I have a lot of them. I don't really use them, so I probably should, but they're kind of helpful, especially if you're doing missions. I'll show you some of the customization stuff here now. Hats, masks, helmets, there's a lot of stuff here. So the default is this hat right here, baseball cap, beanie, crochet, whatever, Jeep cap, Greek. I use this one. I thought this was funny. I'll show you this. Look, that's like me in real life right there. Anyways, I just thought that was funny, but I'll keep showing you all these. Fedora, conductor cap, cadet cap, straw cowboy hat, winter hat. There's a lot, and basically you just unlock these by either having a certain population or surviving a certain amount of weeks, and it's the same for whichever faction you choose, and I'll explain those factions in a minute when we get into the gameplay. But masks, those just go over your face. Start off with nothing. Bandana, surgeon mask, which is what I use. Goggles, ballistic mask. Yeah, quite a few. This one bugged out for me. I'll have to try and get it again, but as you can see, it's just a skull over your face, so you can see it in the background there. Helmet is it's headwear that will apply when you buy armor in-game, also bought in the in-game store. There's only a few of these here. I go with the flight helmet. Gestures are kind of like taunts that you can do if you hold down L3. There's a fist pump, knuckles, chest pound, blow smoke, salute, come here, back off, neck crack, bow, which I use, close call. And then you can make an emblem. Mine's pretty simple as you can see, but there's a lot of different icons here to choose from. I'll just show you all of them, I guess, since we're already here. So yeah, that's basically all of them. And you can just rotate them, change the color, the scale, whatever, make whatever you want to do. And then you can just choose where you want to place it. I have mine on my backpack, which is like always showing right on my back, clear as day, but you can select on your helmet and torso, whatever. And yeah, okay, that's it. So we'll just go and play some supply raid now, and I'll explain to you, I'll explain the whole setup of the multiplayer mode. Alright, so we joined a game of supply raid here. We're playing on Lakeside, which is one of the 6 maps I think there are to play from. I'm going to use my semi-auto rifle, but I'll also upload a video with the bow and arrow because I do like that setup as well. I'm not going to use any of my one-use boosters or anything, but yeah, I guess first we'll just talk about like controls in the multiplayer mode.
Alright.
So all the controls are basically the same in multiplayer mode. Right now I'm at like a supply little box, and you kind of find these around the map, and they give you gear to kind of build, you know, bombs and stuff like you had in single player mode. There's health kits lying around as well, as you see up here, but yeah, the controls are basically all the same. L2 sprints, L1 looks down your sights, R1 shoots, R2 is listen mode. The only difference in this multiplayer is that the listen mode doesn't have an infinite amount of time that you can use it. It has like a bar on the right. You can see it kind of going up and down. It regenerates over time, and you can only hold it for a couple seconds. But circle still makes you crouch, and you know, everything's basically the same. D-pad has your weapons here. If you do have a shiv, you can shiv people. I'll show you that right now with this guy right here. A little message pops up. Only come up for a split second, but you hit triangle and it will shiv them. So yeah, that's basically it for controls, all the same. So you can see I have a map up on the left. It shows my enemies. If they decide to run, they'll come up on my map as like a red dot, or if they're shooting without a silencer, they'll show up. The white circles with a dot in the middle of them, that's the supply cases. The yellow triangles are my teammates, and the blue circles that show up after killing someone, which you'll see in just a second.
Nice.
Like there's one right on me right now. Those are the supplies that you can gather from dead bodies. So it has the parts I need per day in the bottom left corner, and you basically gain parts by doing anything beneficial for your team. So you can like mark enemies. That's another thing that I didn't say. If you look at someone in your crosshairs and you press R3, so you click in your right analog, it will mark them with like a little arrow above their head, and the rest of your team can kind of track them and know where they are. There's an example right there. But yeah, doing things like that will gain you parts and points. The parts, the gears that are above the parts, I guess, go up, and that is how you purchase ammo and armor in the in-game store, which I'll show you in a minute here. But basically, if you go into your backpack to craft anything, you can press R1 and get into a in-game store where you can buy the ammo, the armor, and the upgrades, or purchasable weapons if you have any in your loadout. I do not, but I'll show you the other purchasable items in a second. Let's see. This guy saw me over here. So let's see, you can see the lives below the map there. My team has 18 left and their team has 15 left. So we basically just want to get them down to 0 before we get down to 0. Oh, someone's got a bow and arrow. Where is it? Oh, I didn't even see him up there. That was good. But anyways, when you first start up multiplayer, you will choose a faction. You will choose either the Fireflies or the Hunters. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. It's just going to change certain overlays, like just the colors really. So like my team glows yellow because I'm a Firefly, and if you were a Hunter they would glow blue, and that's basically the only difference really. You could even play on teams that are Hunters, I found out. They will just appear as Fireflies to you if you're a Firefly, or if you're a Hunter, you could have a Firefly on your team, but for you, he'll look like a Hunter, and for him, everyone else will look like Fireflies. So it doesn't really matter which faction you choose. But basically you want to try to survive 12 weeks, and each game counts as 1 day. So when this game ends, 1 day will have gone by. I will need to have collected my 81 supplies for the day, and if I don't, some of my survivors will get sick. They could get hungry, some could die, and if I do get my parts, they'll stay healthy. If I get over my parts, I can gain new survivors, or I can heal ones that got sick or got unhealthy. But basically you want to survive the entire 12 weeks, and once that happens, you get to choose again which faction you want to play for. So your choice is kind of semi-permanent, I guess. It does change once your 12 weeks are up, but 12 weeks, 7 days a week, that's what, 80 something days, I don't know. There is also kind of a ranking system in the multiplayer mode, and I think it's based on your parts collected. So as it goes up, you will your rank will go up, and then when you complete 12 weeks, it seems to add on a little dot to your little ranking, and I think after about 3 playthroughs of 12 weeks, your symbol will turn into like an X, and I don't know what's after that, but there is a little bit of a ranking system to it, but it doesn't seem to match you up with people in your rank all the time. It kind of scatters it. Sometimes you'll play with people that are level 0, even though you're level like 40, so I don't know how that works really, but there is a little bit of a ranking system I thought I should mention. But as you keep playing games online, your parts will continuously add up, and you will unlock bonuses or boosters, weapons, perks, whatnot, and you can apply all those in the gear up section like I was showing you before. The multiplayer mode does encourage a lot of teamwork. As you may have already noticed, when you do shoot an enemy, it's not likely to kill them as they are standing, really. You will down them first, and then you'll have to either execute them or, shoot them dead. A teammate can also go up and revive them before you get to them, if they manage to do that. But it really helps to just be grouped together, because if you have 4 guys taking on you yourself, it's pretty easy to get messed up, and if 4 of you are taking on 1 guy, it's pretty easy to eliminate that guy. So it's really good to stick together in this game. There are no zombies or infected encountered in multiplayer mode. I've had a couple people ask that before, and no, you don't have those yet, at least. Maybe they will release maybe like a horde mode or something where you can fight off waves of infected, but for now there are no infected. It's just fireflies versus bandits, really. Oh man, Nazu over here isn't the best shot in the world. Also, you may have noticed on like my past death right there, the store pops up when you're waiting to respawn. You can choose to buy your ammo or your armor or your upgrades, but you can also access that if you just press select while you're playing, and you'll like crouch down into your backpack, and you can either craft or press R1 to go into the shop. You can craft bombs, and you can place them with R1, which is really useful because if someone walks over it, it almost always downs them. Or you can throw them and it will go off on like a timer. You can also gift items if you have a crafter perk. I don't know if you noticed that, but on the D-pad at the very top there's like a package. You really only get those if you are using the crafter perk, and then every certain amount of items you craft, it will give you a gift, which you can give to someone if you run up to them and press R1. The armor and the weapon upgrades will stick with you for every round. It doesn't just last 1 round. The armor just lasts until it breaks, so until it's been shot out or whatever, and the upgrades just stay throughout the rest of the game. So those are useful things to know, I guess. But yeah, that's basically everything. I'll just kind of let the gameplay go now. You guys can watch the rest of that if you like. And I'll post a link for like the bow and arrow loadout I have, and you can watch that if you want. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and definitely give multiplayer a try. It's a lot of fun.
Hunter! Finish. Move out. Bomb's armed. Look alive. That's one down. Over there, strike. Hunter! Finish. Move out. He's down. No one comes back from that.
As you can see, the downed players have like a plus sign above their head, and they have like this timer that runs out, and that is when you can go up and revive them with triangle. I would always suggest reviving a teammate before executing someone if you have both people downed, because a lot of the times people will go and execute someone and then you will die out, and it's frustrating. It would be nice to have two players still alive rather than executing one and losing a player, because after you revive him you can still execute that person, and oftentimes when you're executing someone, that is a perfect opportunity for the team to run up and shoot you, because you can't do anything. You're stuck in an animation and they will just down you while you're doing that.
Straggler. Okay, got it. Over there, straggler.
Let's see if I can shoot these guys out here, because they probably don't know I can shoot them through this window.
Down. One less to worry about. One less straggler to worry about. Straggler. I'm hit. I need a minute. Finish. Move out. Finish. Move out. can't hold on much longer.